Today, we're diving into a bowl of pure Caribbean comfort. A rich, lovingly cooked beef shank soup that's perfect for a family meal. We're talking tender falling off the bone meat, ground provisions soaking up all that flavor, and the vibrant kick of Caribbean herbs and spices. Every spoonful is an old school vibe. Let's make it. We have about 3 pounds of beef shank that has been washed and rinsed with some lemon juice and vinegar. You want to make sure that you wash it very clean. Next, here are the seasonings that we are going to use: green seasoning, salt, ground allspice, granulated garlic, ginger powder, onion powder, black pepper, and a little bit of Cajun seasoning. We are not going too crazy on the seasoning at this point. Let's add them into the bowl. All the amounts will be listed in the description box. Then rub all those spices straight into the meat, making sure that every piece is well coated. Let it sit and rest for at least an hour, but overnight if possible, before cooking. After our beef has been marinated, we are going to add this into a pressure cooker to get this meat very nice and tender. All the cartilage and everything else must be nice and soft. Fall off the bone. Add the juices and everything in there. Add about 1 cup of well-washed split peas to the pot. If you soak the split peas a little bit first, then that makes it a little bit easier to cook. Once the beef and the peas are in the pot, we are going to add our aromatics. If you want your vegetables to be a little bit firmer, you want to wait and add them a little bit later. Either way, you're going to have a delicious and healthy soup. We are adding a little bit of our shanobeni, some of our chopped garlic, fresh thyme, some flavor peppers, sliced onions, fresh diced pumpkins. We are adding some red bell peppers for color and flavor, green bell peppers because beef and peppers go really well. We are adding some sliced carrots and a whole ton of sliced celery. Then we're going to add water to the top. Cover it, and we are going to pressure it on high pressure for around 28 minutes to get those beef nice and tender. The beef is at the bottom so that it cooks first. While the beef is pressuring, we are going to make dumplings. But we are not making any dumplings, we are making cassava dumplings. We have some all-purpose flour and some cassava that I've blended. We are going to add some salt to the flour. Give it a nice mix and pour in our cassava mixture. Now, I like cassava dumplings, but I don't like soft cassava dumplings. I like my cassava dumplings to be nice and stiff. So I will make this really nice and stiff. If you have gotten this far into the video, give the video a thumbs up, which helps my channel to grow by reaching more people, to help me grow and to make better content. This is ready. Roll it into a ball. Let it rest for about 5 minutes and then we're going to roll it into cylinders. Roll the dumplings one piece at a time. And then we're going to cut them into little soup dumplings. However you prefer to make your soup dumplings, if you want to try this recipe, you definitely can. Be creative with your dumplings, which makes the soup look more appealing. The foundation of the soup has been pressurized. Let's check to see how tender our beef is. These are very tender and the vegetables aren't really mushy because we added them to the top, which the beef took most of the pressure. Let's continue. We are going to add some flavors to jog your memory a bit into the way our grandparents used to cook. The pressure cooker was way too small for the ingredients that we are going to add, so I've changed the pot. Let's add in our cassava dumplings. These are going to cook for about 8 minutes. Stir them in. And let's build on the flavors. My experience working with cassava dumplings is that they love to stick at the bottom of the pot. So you want to make sure that you stir them in. Next, we are going to add some cassava. We are adding some eddos, and we are adding some sweet potatoes. Any ground provisions will work in this. I didn't have dasheen, else it would go in as well. Also green cooking fig or green plantains. Stir everything up, and we are going to allow these to cook for about 12 minutes, halfway through, before we add our next ingredient. I don't know if you have tried adding coconut milk to split pea soup, but I've learned this from an elderly person. And this soup right here really hits differently. When you add the coconut milk and all the flavors, it's a total difference from when you don't add any coconut milk to it. Stir in the coconut milk, and we are going to hit this soup with some fresh seasonings. Growing up, I also learned that the flavors you begin with is the flavors that you are going to end with. So we are adding some beef bouillon, some fresh garlic, flavor peppers, green onions, which I didn't add in the beginning, chopped parsley, garlic powder, Cajun seasoning, black pepper, ground allspice. And we are going to stir all these flavors, all the herbs, all the spices into our warm, delicious, hearty and healthy beef shank soup. All these flavors are going to brighten this soup right back up. The flavors that we used in the beginning have already cooked out into the soup. The seasonings we added at the beginning were for the foundation, and the seasonings now are for the structure. The last thing we are going to add is salt. You want to add salt to taste, even some Scotch bonnet hot sauce or some Scotch bonnet pepper. Our soup is done, and now it's time for me to enjoy a delicious, hearty, healthy bowl of beef shank soup, old school style. This is what our soup looks like before I dig in. We have now come to the end of our recipe. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.